This is one of my favorite star stories that I love to share with people in the planetarium. The planetarium is closed right now because everybody has to stay home and stay safe, but that doesn't mean that we still can't tell stories to each other. A long, long time ago, there was a dolphin named Delphinus, and Delphinus was a very happy dolphin. He loved swimming, and every day he would swim. And while he was swimming, he would say hi to all of the other creatures in the sea, from a safe distance, of course. And sometimes they would be nice and they'd say hi back, and sometimes they wouldn't be very nice and they would ignore him. Well, one day when Delphinus was swimming, he saw a piece of wood floating in the ocean. And when he got closer, he saw that there was actually a man who was unconscious. He looked like he was asleep, but he wasn't having a good nap. The dolphin looked around and said, "Why is this man in the middle of the ocean holding onto a piece of wood? Oh no, his boat must have sunk. Oh, this poor man, I have to help him." So Delphinus swam very, very carefully up to the man who was clinging to that piece of wood. And very gently Delphinus nudged the man with his nose, and the man woke up. And Delphinus didn't know how to talk to people, so he started chattering like dolphins do and bobbing his head. And it's like, "Come on, get on my back. Come on, get on my back. I'll help you." And finally, the man, who was very, very tired and very, very weak, understood what the dolphin was trying to do. And he climbed onto the dolphin's back and he held on. And very gently, the dolphin swam to the nearest beach. And very gently, he set the man on the beach. And the dolphin was very, very happy that he'd been able to help this poor man. Well, imagine the dolphin's surprise when that sailor, or what he thought was a sailor, began to grow and change, and in 3 claps of a hand, he was 50 feet tall. Actually, 49 feet 11 inches, but we'll give him that extra inch, right? That was no shipwrecked sailor. That was Poseidon, the god of the sea. And the god of the sea, who was dripping wet, looks down at this little dolphin. And the dolphin started to shake with fear because he had heard stories that if Poseidon didn't like you, he could turn you into something slimy, like maybe a snail or an eel. And it was okay being a snail or an eel, I guess. But the dolphin liked being a dolphin. And he started shaking with fear and squeaking and, "Please don't turn me into anything slimy. Please, Mr. Poseidon, please." And Poseidon looked down at this dolphin and he laughed and he laughed and he laughed so loud that he caused an earthquake. Just a little tiny earthquake. Nobody was hurt. Don't worry about it. And Poseidon said, "Hurt you? Hurt you? Little dolphin, I'm not going to turn you into anything slimy." "I have to tell you that I was bad, and I know I tricked you, Mr. Dolphin, but I had a good reason. You see, my brothers, the other gods, they were trying to tell me that all of my sea creatures were lazy and selfish and wouldn't help anybody. And I said, no, my sea creatures are brave and kind. And so I decided to show my brothers. And so, yes, I pretended to be someone who needed help because I was so sure that all of my sea creatures would help somebody who needed help. But you know, little dolphin, my brothers were right. You were the only sea creature who was nice enough to help somebody who needed help. And I think those other sea creatures need to be taught a lesson. So what I'm going to do, little dolphin, is I am going to change you. I'm going to change you into stars. And I'm going to place you in the night sky in a place of honor where for the rest of time, all of the creatures of the land and the sea and the air will look up to you, and they will be reminded that you should always help somebody who needs your help. And that is why, if you look up into the night sky, you will see the little dolphin, who's there to remind us to always be kind and help people who need our aid.